National Maritime Museum, and beside the Welcome Wall they will be unveiling over 600 new names to the wall, which pays monument to Australian immigrants past and present. The wall itself will also feature 10 new names from Lebanon. We're going to hope to speak to a couple of guest speakers who are going to be up on the panel today, as well as a couple of Lebanese people who are having their names added, including Rebecca, and there's hopefully the opportunity to speak to Mr. Arthur George. The wall itself began a couple of years ago and obviously has over 60,000 names on it, all paying tribute to Australian people that now call this place home. It runs across the entirety of the National Maritime Museum, as you can see here, and we're going to have the opportunity to speak to a couple people. As you can see, a couple of the people who are having their names added to the wall today are just taking photos beside their name as they're being unveiled. We're also going to have the opportunity to hear from a couple guest speakers over at the panel as they share their... And I'm currently joined here by Rebecca. First and foremost, how are you doing today?
Very well, thank you.
You're currently joined by your son. What does this moment mean to you, having the importance of the Welcome Wall and all the significance surrounding it?
It's such a special moment to be able to honour my mum and dad for what they went through to migrate to this country and the trials and the triumphs, and to record it for future generations as well, so they don't only know the names of their grandparents but also their stories.
So you speak about your mother and father's name being added to the wall. Obviously, coming from Lebanon, there would have been a lot of trials and tribulations, as you mentioned. What sort of skills, what sort of traits have they passed down to you that have helped you shape the person you are today?
Resilience and gratitude.
Of course, and with their names being added to the wall, how exactly did you find out about this, and what made you want to have their names added and commemorated in this fashion?
I think a friend of mine had done it, and so we honoured my dad back in 2011. At that point, they were only offering this for people who came via boat, but my mum came via plane, so they've opened it up to people that have come via plane, so we did that. We're doing this for my mum this year. Yeah.
And what was the process like? Was it an easy sort of thing to apply for and have their name added?
Yeah, it was super easy. We just rang the Maritime Museum and did some stuff online. It was very easy.
Awesome. Yeah. Rebecca, thank you so much.
Thank you.
And what was your name, man?
Lockie.
Lockie, what does this mean to you, having your grandparents' name added to the wall?
I just think it's a really great experience for them, just to be honoured for them, coming here to find a new home.
Did you have the opportunity to meet them?
Yeah.
Yeah? And what sort of skills have they passed down to you?
Mostly cooking.
Yeah? Awesome. Thanks, Lockie. Thank you, Rebecca.
Thank you.
So we're going to go around and hopefully speak to a couple more people about the overall significance. As mentioned earlier, I did have the opportunity to speak to Mr. Arthur George, who was the Director of Building Facilities at the museum, and he told me the overall significance of the wall being added, as well as how people can have their name added to the wall, and what the whole significance and meaning behind the wall meant to them and why it was added. Obviously, with migration being such a large part of Australian history, having something to commemorate it, and specifically the people to an individual level, is of crucial importance. You need some sort of monument like this, which has actually been recognised as a national monument. He did mention that in the interview. Having something like this just to kind of commemorate and acknowledge people who have made the travel from wherever they came from over to Australia and now call it home via migration. We'll now hopefully have the opportunity to speak to a couple more people and get their overall thoughts on the wall. Tina, would I be able to grab you for an interview? You're busy? That's all good. Would I be able to grab you for an interview just speaking about the wall itself and its overall significance? So tell me the overall significance of the wall as a staff member of the National Maritime Museum.
It's just a fantastic monument or a physical representation of Australia's mixed, diverse culture. We're very proud of it. It's something I work with on a daily basis, and I absolutely love it. I think it's just hearing people's stories. It really is just inspiring to hear the many fantastic stories. And I know we're working with the Lebanese community, Oz Arab Media.
Correct, yeah.
And we're just very excited about, I am personally very excited about getting the word out and hearing those stories. Just amazing stories families coming. We've got our speaker today from Lebanon, and Petra, who, as you know, is from Lebanon, and just these stories, families going back to the villages that they were from, and people coming out and family members saying, "I know you. You're the son of my daughter." It's just, and I can see it in your face. It's your face. Yeah. Just incredible. So very proud about it. We're hoping that November we'll have a full panel, full Lebanese, and this will be our unveiling ceremony in November. So thank you very much.
And how long have you been working at the National Maritime Museum?
I've been here a year now, and strictly working on the monument. So yeah, okay. I'm fairly new, but love it here.
Of course, yeah. So you said you work specifically on the monument. What sort of significance do you think it holds to people that particularly don't come from migrating countries, that just walking beside it?
I think, it's part of the museum as a whole, and just the stories we tell, just amazing. Every day I'm learning something new about Australia, the sea, and how this nation was formed. Yeah. Just incredible.
It's just part of our history. Thank you, Robert.
It's a pleasure.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you for your work.
All the best.
Robert?
Let's hope to maybe speak to one of the volunteers of the event today.
It'll be 90. The one we're looking for to take photos is the N193, and they're using the bottom of an unused, unfilled one, which is C90 at the bottom there. So it'll be one of those. 93 it's on that one, 90 it's on this one. 1 or 2 is the left or right column, and the number is down there.
Hey,
if you can see me, just come see me.
Would I be able to grab a quick interview in regards to your extensive knowledge of the wall, it seems?
What would you like to know?
So I heard you speaking about the wall itself. You're a volunteer for this sort of event.
Yep.
What does it mean to you just to be able to represent a monument like this?
Well, it tells me about the background of our country, because right from the first fleet with the convicts, we all came from somewhere else. The only Indigenous people, the only people from here were the Indigenous people. And for the Welcome Wall, because it's for people who weren't born here, there's no Aboriginal names on it.
Yeah.
So all the people that have come here and made this their home, this is our country today, and this is their stories. So the Welcome Wall for all those people that now made this country what it is.
Exactly, I totally agree. And you have a pretty extensive knowledge on the wall. Would you be able to give us some sort of background on how it was conceived and how the wall itself came to fruition?
No.
No?
I'm not sure how it came into fruition, but it's a representation of our multicultural society. Yeah. We've got a gallery inside the museum called Passengers, which is a mirror of the stories of the people whose names are on the wall. Yeah. So they link together in that concept. But how it was originated and who originated, I don't know.
Of course, that's all good.
Yeah.
Appreciate your time, Philip.
Edit most of that out.
Yeah.
Okay. Is anyone looking?
We're now going to head down towards the ceremony itself and potentially speak to a couple more people who may be having their names added, may have a family member having their name added to the wall, and just people in general who have come to attend the event. Having the opportunity to speak to a couple of the people who have some sort of knowledge about the wall itself, you can kind of get a general understanding of the fact that the wall itself is meant to represent the people that have come from Australia, who weren't born here but have called it home and have migrated here. And the list itself, the fact that it runs so far down the actual monument, how it runs so far down the wharf, is only a testament to the amount of people that have called Australia home now, and past and present, as well as the fact that people see it as such an important thing to have their name added to the wall, to have some sort of representation of the fact that they now call Australia home. So we're going to head over to the panel itself, speak to a couple people and get their overall thoughts as they commence the ceremony at 11 a.m. I should say. Hey guys, are you here to attend the Welcome All event? The event that's being held here?
Yeah.
Yeah? Would you guys be down for a quick interview in terms of why you're here and who you're here for?
That would be best. Where'd he go? He went to go already.
Okay, that's all good.
He's the one that brought us here.
So that's all good. Enjoy the event, guys. Unlucky there, but we'll hopefully find someone else who maybe knows. Hey guys, I assume you're here to attend the Welcome All event. We'll be able to get a quick interview in terms of who you're here to see. Sure? It'll just be quick. It's just overall thoughts of who you're here and the overall importance of the wall. So grab your name and who you're here to see.
My name's Sharon. I'm here to see my mum and dad. Yeah.
And what made you want to have their names added to the wall and commemorate their migration?
My mum and dad are both from Ireland, so it was my mum that initiated wanting to do it.
Of course. And how did you hear about the wall and having their names added to it?
My mum did. I'm not sure how she heard about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Easy. Enjoy the event. All the best.
Thank you.
As mentioned, the event will kick off at 11 a.m. They're going to have a couple guest speakers, including a couple from Lebanon who will have their stories shared and their migration to Australia spoken about. Would you be down for a quick interview?
Sorry?
Would you be down for a quick interview? We're just here to speak about the Welcome Wall itself. And I assume, given you're a volunteer, you probably have the knowledge of the museum itself.
Would you mind if I said no, but I will grab
Direct?
someone who is
Yeah, that's totally fine.
talk underwater?
Of course, yeah. For an interview. He's nominated you for an interview.
An interview with who?
Just Oz Arab Media, we just want to speak about the Welcome Wall itself and the overall significance of it.
Please.
Yeah, so feel free to introduce yourself and your relation to the Maritime Museum.
G'day, my name's Jeff Millward. I'm a volunteer here at the Maritime Museum. I'm a volunteer guide.
Nice to meet you. So what, first and foremost, I suppose, brought you to the Maritime Museum?
Well, when I retired, I wanted to do something that was related to my working career, and I spent almost 50 years in the Navy.
Wow, okay. So obviously, water, the maritime has a really big part of your life, I suppose, given 50 years in the Navy. Just talk to me a little bit about the Welcome Wall itself and what it means to people who particularly don't come from or migrated from Australia.
Well, the Welcome Wall's there to celebrate the fact that this is really a country of immigrants in a very real way. But it's a type of immigration that's shared with everybody, no matter who you are or where you came from, and even if you're a first Australian. It has a real and significant part of everybody's life. Almost 2/3 of Australians are an immigrant of some sort. Yeah. They're either first or second generation. That's a significant number.
Yeah.
And the Welcome Wall is there to, as it says, it's there to welcome everybody. And I like to think Australia is a place that does that.
Totally agree. Thank you for your time, Jeff. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for coming.
That's all good. Hey, so I just wanted to speak to you about why you're here today, who you're here for the Welcome Wall to see.
Yeah, we're here with my dad, who came to Australia in 1966 by sea, and we brought the grandkids because we just wanted our history to be a part of Australia's history, really.
Of course, and where'd you come from, might I ask?
Yeah, I'm very happy about it. It made me very proud to think the family have done this for me, and I think it's very important for all immigrants, especially so they can express their thanks and enjoy the fact that they've come to such a lovely country.
Yeah.
And the best thing I ever did. And it was a great place to grow up, marry and bring up two beautiful children. So it's a good old Australia.
Of course, and you speak on the fact that your family did this for you. How did you find out about the Welcome Wall and having his name added to it?
Actually, just on SBS, we saw the thing and I looked it up and I rang someone from the museum and they just explained it so beautifully and, you know, really proud to be involved.
Okay, awesome. Okay. All the best, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Awesome. So we've had the opportunity to speak to a couple of people having their name added to the wall, as well as a couple of the speakers who are going to be up on the panel today. Joseph Sayoun, Oz Arab Media,